Hello everyone, this is Elisha and the Elisha Tiga Experiment is going to Korea.
The National Cultural Center is an international arts and cultural exchange organization that is based in Gwangju, South Korea. The Elisha Tiga Experiment was chosen to represent Bruneian music in one of their programs titled Next Generation Asian Performing Artists Community Initiative 2025. It is quite a mouthful, but hopefully that'll be the last time you'll hear the name. It's also part of a week-long festival where the center hosted a number of Asian-related programs sharing culture and art from various countries across Asia. 4ATX will be part of a special stage titled Asian Pulse, and we will be performing alongside other disciplines such as theater and dance performed by artists from other Southeast Asian countries. For this trip, I traveled separately from the other members since they were coming in from Brunei. Once I landed, I got to meet up with the other ETX members and managed to finally meet the Korean team that I've been communicating with online for the last 2 months prior. It was going to be another 4-hour bus ride to Gwangju before we reached our accommodations, which was also a 10 minutes walking distance away from the venue. Since all of the participants were there for the same bus, it was also a good chance to quick intro with one another since we'll be stuck together for the next few days.
Hello everyone, our accommodation for the rest of the trip. Toilet 1. This is the common area. The kitchen, this nice island connects to the big toilet with the shower. There's the fridge. Nice. With water. I think the Korea, you can drink the tap water kan? Tidak.
Kalau warm.
So this is bedroom 1 and this is bedroom 2. We just managed to settle down. We don't really have anything today. We were supposed to have like an interview session today, but everything got delayed, so that is being pushed to tomorrow morning. So we still have the rest of the day for us to do whatever we want. We're planning to go around and see what the city has to offer as much as we can.
Since it was already dark by the time we settled down, we thought it was a perfect chance to check out our immediate surrounding while trying to find something to eat. As it turns out, the city is pretty much quiet, but at the same time nice to just look around. Weather was pretty cool as well, so we didn't feel the fatigue of walking around. A lot of closed down shops and quiet streets, but walk enough and you might find small pockets of activities around the area.
Yeah, all this for like $5.
Our work officially starts on day 2. We had an interview in the morning, and in the original schedule, we would have had our tech rehearsal at 1 p.m. Also, this was the day that we realized that we might have to play a different game being in this project, which you'll find out why later. Also, being in 2 different countries, we never really had proper rehearsals prior to this project, so any downtime that we have, we took that as a chance to kind of like recap our set. The interview itself was pretty weird, but honestly, I'm not too sure if it's gonna get uploaded. But after the interview, we kind of have a lot of downtime, so we decided to just explore the surrounding area, check out the other activities at the center, and of course, try to find something for lunch. In the initial schedule, we were instructed to be back at the center at 1 p.m. for our tech rehearsals alongside with the other teams. But on the day itself, things changed for some reason and we were required to attend this fashion show that's happening at 1 p.m. But we did get to catch this pretty cool performance by an Indonesian team called Asma Randana. After the show, we had another round of downtime / standby time. I'm not sure what to call at this point. Safe to say the original schedule is mostly down the drain for the day, so we just had to stand by for anything that might pop up next. And the next thing to pop up was the opening ceremony, which we were required to attend as well. We did get cool goodie bags though.
Wrong. Wow.
For the phone.
Ooh, a pop.
The back of the phone.
Yeah.
Focus lah.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to fly.
Ada gambar ada?
But ASMR.
Ni dah.
All this reaction.
Umbrella.
Oh yeah, we got an umbrella.
We have just eaten snacks, a mini dinner. I mean, this is what's left. I'm gonna eat those oranges, don't worry. 6:43, our tech rehearsal is at 7:30, so yeah, we have some time.
With the new spontaneous schedule for the day, the tech rehearsals only started at 7 p.m. So after the opening ceremony, we quickly packed our stuff and we were brought to our waiting room. The tech rehearsal itself was quite an interesting experience. We set up as normal as per the tech writer we provided, but because none of the keyboardists actually knew how to menu dive the model that everyone had to work with, it took a long time to get that settled. None of the teams were informed what model they were going to provide, and the organizer also did not get back to us on a few things that they couldn't provide prior our travels. We were also told that they were actually only going to test out the lighting for the supposed tech rehearsal. We probably were taking quite some time and asked instead if we had audio recordings of the songs because that's what they actually needed from us for that night. Of course, we didn't have those, so we just proceeded to play short snippets of the songs that we were gonna play.
Hey guys, it's the end of day 2 and it already feels like a week. It's definitely an experience. It was a very, very long day. Definitely not for all the right reasons, but it is what it is. It's a challenge for everyone. It is definitely a learning experience for each and every one of us. But regardless, we're just really grateful that we got the opportunity to do all this. Tomorrow is gonna be a bit more chill. Hopefully there's not a lot of stand buying and we can get to actually maximize our day as much as we can. So tomorrow we have dress rehearsal that's happening at 1 p.m. The show is gonna be at 7 p.m. For the rest of the day, we don't really have anything else. As you can see, this trip is very much on the nose. Kinda neat to have our wits about things and make sure that we're on our toes for whatever that may arise. That's it for the day. I'm gonna get some sleep, as much sleep as I can, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
The night before, the organizers sent a quick text asking all the performers to reduce their already reduced performance time from 20 minutes to 15 minutes, taking account that the event needed to end before a specific time and noticing turnover time took longer than they anticipated. Collectively, everyone weren't happy with this request because reducing it to 15 minutes diminished the art and the culture everyone were excited to share about to a completely foreign audience. The essence of our storytelling through our music needed time, and 15 minutes will only leave us performing basically a preview show. So without telling the organizer, we decided to refuse to reduce it to 15 minutes. We ended up not caring about the time and went with a performance that we believe would send a better message and story about our roots. We also found out that the other participants weren't happy about the decision as well, so everybody just collectively decided to stick to their original plans.
We're already reaching 15 minutes.
보면 저도 기사스러운데 아무렇지 않아요. 아무렇지 않게 엄마 마음 닿게 해주세요. 무슨 말인지 아시겠죠, 어머니?
Initially, I was a bit concerned about going over their requested time. Like, what if they just suddenly cut off our performance or just drag us off stage? But that might be a bit too much. But everyone ultimately agreed that if it's not the way that we planned it, being in Korea, being given this opportunity and not being able to do what we needed to do, felt like we would have wasted our chances here. So during the performance, although we did went over the instructed time, but more importantly, the audience actually enjoyed it and truly felt like, yes, this is the culture, this is the essence. We were more fearful that with all this opportunity being in Korea, we were left with little space than it already is to disseminate our traditions outside the Nusantara. So when we slowly heard the audience clapping along to the music that we were performing, it gave us this boost of confidence that yes, keeping to the original plan, not adhering to the last minute requests was the right decision for ETX.
Hey everyone, today was probably the most busy day of this entire project. Literally spent the entire day out and being on the ground, getting ready for whatever that might be thrown at us. But yeah, I think at this point, a lot of the things that we're gonna be doing is gonna be very spontaneous. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Schedule is all over the place. The organizer is having a lot of challenges trying to keep everything in track. A lot of things are not really going according to plan. There's a lot of standbying here and there. A lot of waiting. Ended up just wasting quite a good amount of time. It is what it is. We're just gonna go with the flow. Tomorrow we have a dance workshop that we need to attend. Then in the afternoon there are 2 mentoring workshops. We have no idea what those are, but given how things are run here. We'll probably only know about them either during the mentoring itself or a few hours before that. And at night, there's gonna be a closing ceremony that's happening. I'm gonna sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Would I say that this program was very enjoyable? Probably not. I think the idea of being kept on our toes on things wasn't the most comfortable thing to be in. Decisions were spontaneous. Us, as the performers, were constantly required to stand by as the hosts themselves. Sometimes don't even know what is going on, and we sometimes needed to take the initiative to ask for information and what that would have not been provided unless we asked. It was quite a different experience working with a team coming from a different culture, from a foreign land. It's definitely not the norm for me, but it really did open my eyes on the working culture there and how things work or not work, in fact.
So it's for me, it's a very eye-opening experience I think for us here to see that there's also something very similar to where we are from. And thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Unfortunate to say it, but for the first time we were there wasn't much chance to network, to exchange ideas and to co-create. Mind you, this was all mentioned earlier during the preparation stages. We had to go through a specific interview process to participate, not only just perform good, but to have the right mindset and set of skills to participate. We barely saw any of these prerequisite skills needed, and it was quite a letdown. On this day of the program, we did get a taste of that, and everyone not only had fun but truly did slowly learn about each other deeply. We only wish that there were more moments like this being given to us.
Now I'm back in the accommodation. I have to pack early today because I'll be leaving right after the workshop tomorrow. I'm not done with it, but I am super exhausted, so I've packed most of what I can. I'm just gonna pack the rest of the things tomorrow morning before we leave for the final workshop. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning.
I had to leave on that day due to flight schedules and the availability of buses going back to the airport. Okay, fine. Me and a few other people were informed that we'll have enough time between the last workshop and the bus leaving Gwangju. During the workshop itself, we were informed the bus had to leave earlier, the workshop had to end abruptly to accommodate for this, and we had to rush off. This honestly left a not so good taste, as I did not have time to properly break off from the rest of ETX and didn't even have proper time to greet new friends that I made during the trip. Going back to the purpose of the trip, we did manage to do just that even in the midst of micromanaging chaos. We debunked misunderstandings towards Bruneian music. We managed to tell people that yes, there is more to Bruneian music beyond Malay music, the kind of music that is usually heard in your typical official run cultural exchange programs. There are scales and musical concepts closely related to neighboring countries because yes, we are from the same region. Yes, we are related culturally one way or another. There's something in us that makes all of us the same at the end of the day. Would I do this again? Most definitely, yes. Is there anything I would like to change? Well, this vlog probably mentioned them well enough without having to keep this longer than it already is.
Bye guys.
You're taking Elisha away from us earlier.
Yeah. Goodbye. And boring eh? Yeah, honestly boring lah. Yeah, that sucks. Okay lah.
Even with the ups and downs,
so much,
I
guys.
would still want to thank the Asian Cultural Center for providing ETX this platform. I would like to say thanks to the other participants for sharing their stories as well, through their stages, over smoke breaks, over dinner, lunch, food, and everything in between, especially over countless standby times. Of course, big thanks to the other members of ETX for going through this with me. I will see you guys next time.